Greetings fam, if you've been looking for a big screen productivity laptop that feels powerful on paper and practical for everyday work, this HP 17.3-inch Essential i7-1355U model is one of the more spec-heavy configurations I researched online. It combines a 13th Gen Intel Core i7 processor, 32GB RAM, 1TB SSD, Windows 11 Pro, and a large display into a business-style setup aimed at multitasking users, so click the link in bio and check the latest deal after this review. I researched this laptop thoroughly across official listings, retailer spec breakdowns, user reviews, and comparison discussions because the HP 17 series is often sold in multiple configurations and can look similar while having different performance levels. I focused on whether the i7-1355U, RAM, and storage combination actually translates into real-world productivity gains or if the design limitations hold it back. One of the strongest parts of this laptop is the Intel Core i7-1355U processor. It's a 10-core hybrid chip designed for efficiency and multitasking rather than heavy workstation workloads. In real use, it handles office tasks, browsing, video calls, spreadsheets, and light creative work smoothly, especially when paired with 32GB RAM. However, it is still a U-series chip, so it prioritizes battery efficiency over sustained high performance. The 32GB RAM and 1TB SSD combo is a major highlight. This makes the system feel very responsive during multitasking, allowing many apps and browser tabs to stay open without slowdowns. The 1TB SSD also gives plenty of fast storage for documents, media, and work files, which is especially useful for students and professionals who don't want to rely on external storage. The 17.3-inch Full HD Plus display is another key selling point. It provides a large workspace that makes multitasking, spreadsheets, and document editing much more comfortable compared with smaller laptops. Most listings mention IPS-style panels with anti-glare coating, which helps reduce reflections and improves viewing comfort for long working sessions. Another thing I noticed during research is that this HP Essential 17 series focuses heavily on productivity features. You typically get Wi-Fi 6, fingerprint login, backlit keyboard, webcam, and Windows 11 Pro depending on the exact configuration. These features make it feel more like a business-oriented machine rather than a basic consumer laptop, especially for remote work or office setups. Battery life on laptops with this size and configuration is usually moderate rather than exceptional. The large 17-inch display and high RAM setup are designed more for desk-based productivity than ultra-portable use. In return, you get a much more comfortable workspace and stronger multitasking capability for long sessions of work or study. I also looked into real-world feedback and similar HP 17 configurations, and the general consensus is that they perform very well for office work, browsing, and general productivity. Users often highlight the large screen and fast SSD performance as the biggest advantages, while noting that integrated graphics and U-series CPUs limit performance for gaming or heavy creative workloads. That said, this laptop is not perfect. The biggest limitation is that the i7-1355U is not a high-performance H-series chip, so it won't match gaming laptops or workstation-class systems in sustained heavy workloads. The large chassis also makes it less portable compared with slimmer laptops. Some users also point out that HP's 17-inch Essential series can feel more plastic and less premium compared with higher-end business lines, and display brightness/color accuracy is not designed for professional creative work. After thoroughly researching this laptop across the internet, I think the HP 17.3-inch i7-1355U laptop is worth buying if you want a large-screen productivity machine with strong multitasking capability, fast storage, and plenty of RAM for work, school, and everyday use. The combination of 32GB RAM, 1TB SSD, Windows 11 Pro, and a spacious display makes it a very comfortable setup for productivity-heavy users. If you prioritize screen size, multitasking smoothness, and practical business features over portability or gaming performance, this is a solid value pick for the price.